That last play kind of like getting that play called and having it obviously not work out.
Yeah, it's tough. We got all the way down to the 1 yard line, couldn't finish, and our whole goal set out from the beginning of the year was to win the Mountain West and win the Mountain Division first. And I think that's obviously disappointing.
I'm going to ask some of the guys, how would you assess the regular season since you didn't get that goal, but still 10-2? How do you try to compromise those two?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say it was a disappointing year. We did a lot of good things, but not winning the Mountain Division and winning the Mountain West title was the only thing that I wanted to do this year. So it's obviously very frustrating not doing that. But the whole message for this bowl game has been to finish strong. And I know our other goal is to win a bowl game, and we got a good opportunity with the Cactus Bowl, and we're excited about it.
Both Huff and Mario kind of mentioned that being stopped there on fourth down is kind of, it's 1 yard short, but it's a lot of motivation in these weeks up to the bowl game. Is that the same for you?
Yeah, no, for sure. We were 9 points away from being undefeated this year. So going back and you look at every little thing that costed you those 9 points, and it's little stuff. It's really little things here and there, but it's great motivation. Going into practice and stuff, and having that attitude and that hunger to get better.
How you get recruited and stuff. The expectations of this program are something you probably admire, but how does it change once you're a part of those expectations, I guess?
Yeah, obviously we do have high expectations here, and our fan base, I think for sure, definitely does too. And I don't blame them. Being a recruit and watching that Fiesta Bowl year, that was one of the best things I've ever got to be a part of, and I wasn't even a part of the team. And that was really what I wanted to be a part of when I came here. And first 2 years haven't been able to get to the Mountain West Championship, but still got 2 left, and I'm excited moving forward to fix every little thing that has cost us those games.
What was the first thing you thought of when you heard you were playing Baylor?
A great opponent. Obviously they've built their program to a national powerhouse over the past 5 or 6 years or whatever, and they've gone through some ups and downs this season, but you can tell on film that they're still a very athletic team, and obviously they're going to be hungry to come in and show their new coach what they can do.
I think they had a safety or corner that was all Big 12. What do you see from them on film defensively?
Yeah, 4 down, base quarters team. A lot of athletes at different positions. Obviously, I've seen playing their offense in practice every single day. You got to have guys that can cover on the edges. So, definitely see that, and I think they're a pretty sound defense.
12 games in, you got 1 more. How would you assess how this season was for you personally?
It's been probably the craziest fall I've ever been a part of. Losing 2 family members and going through everything, and obviously not winning, coming up a little bit short with our goal, but I've learned a lot, I think, this year, and not only on the field but off the field as well, and I think it's been a great learning experience for sure.
Seems like that Air Force game in a nutshell was kind of what you mentioned, being the ups and downs. Obviously, I think the coldest start you've had in a game, but then by the end you were throwing. It was working really well. What was that like throwing the ball in your last game?
Yeah, obviously didn't get off to a very good start. For whatever reason, didn't really thought we had a good plan coming into that game. We prepared, I think, better than we ever had. Obviously because they beat us 2 years in a row, but that's the way it goes sometimes, and just gotta trust in God's plan. He obviously didn't want us to win that game, so.
Well, obviously you're in with J-Mac, and I know he's got a decision to make, but just seeing him this year and what he's done and putting up back-to-back seasons like this, how much fun I guess has it been to see him become the player he has?
Yeah, it's been awesome. And he deserves every single part of it. He works harder than anybody I've ever met, and obviously a very focused individual as well, and I'm gonna root for him whatever he does.
How impressive it was, kind of the little things. We see the touchdowns, we see the yards, but before the season he mentioned he wanted to be better in pass protection, and we talk about what he does to keep his body right off the field. I mean, how important are those little things outside of the yards and the touchdowns that make him elite, I guess?
Yeah.
What stands out about you, in those regards?
Yeah, I mean, he does every little thing right. Does it right every single day. And I think if you look at anybody who's successful in this game or any game for that matter, anybody that's playing at an elite level, they do all those things right every single day. Taking care of their body, sleeping well, eating the right stuff. And he's done a great job of that, and he's been a great example for me. Being at home and just seeing all the stuff that he does off the field as well. It's been cool to watch.
What do you think has been the biggest difference in him, if you've noticed it from maybe last year to this year?
I think he's just another year of experience, to be honest. Just holding their off season, being able to get bigger in the weight room and get smarter in the film room. I think that's probably the biggest thing. He's taken an initiative to watch more film. With me in the off season, and then obviously watches a lot of film with our offensive line as well, and that's paid dividends for him.
Who's more excited to go to Arizona, you or your dad? I think you announced on Twitter shortly after that the whole family's going down there for Christmas.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, he's definitely excited. He loves Arizona. He plays golf down there all the time. So yeah, it's pumped.
Kind of fun question, but what do you remember about Christmas just growing up or anything like that? Is there anything that stands out to you?
Sledding a lot. When I was growing up, I was playing hockey, so I was up in Canada a lot and playing around the holidays. But yeah, I mean Christmas is always my favorite time of year, especially up in Spokane. You get a lot of snow and you kind of just get into the mood. And give our guys from Southern California some grief all the time because I'm like, hey, you haven't even experienced a real Christmas. Like, it doesn't snow down there. And that's one thing that I look forward to around Christmas time. So
You're a big baseball guy. Getting a chance to play in Chase Field. I don't know. Is that kind of cool for you?
yeah, I actually got to go see a World Baseball Classic a couple years ago down there. Went to a football camp down there and got to go see the U.S. play the Dominican, which was a really cool experience. Yeah, me and my uncle and my dad got to go watch that game, so that was really cool.
You thought about playing a football game in that stadium, though?
No, never thought about that. I didn't even know that they did. When I first heard the Cactus Bowl, I figured it was at like Arizona State or something like that. I didn't even know that they did that, but it's going to be a really cool experience.
If you again, you guys' offensive lines rated as one of the top pass blocking units in the country this season. Just yards per play, all that stuff went kind of way out this year in terms of your attempts. How have they kind of played into that?
Yeah, very experienced group, obviously, and I think that helps. And those guys have worked extremely hard throughout the year, and have taken an initiative to prepare well every single week. And I've done a great job and just been probably the most consistent group we've had all year. And we're gonna miss a lot of those seniors.
Oh, I can't remember if I asked you about it or not, but I think you signed off on Twitter or something before the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just curious why you did that. Do you plan on picking it back up after the season? Or?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of Twitter anymore. Yeah, I don't like reading all that stuff. I think it's just more of a distraction than it is anything else. I think more keep a small circle, less distraction, but they're off the beat. That's great. Thanks, guys.